Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Will Briganti from Nasdaq's corporate communications team. As an out and proud member of Nasdaq's LGBT community, it is truly my great pleasure to welcome AIDS Walk New York, along with representatives from Gay Men's Health Crisis, GMHC Chief Executive Officer Kelsey Louie, and GMHC Board Co-Chair Michael Harwood. I'd also like to take a moment to thank my colleague and GMHC board member Josh Matches, who asked me to stand in for him today. And lastly, I'd like to extend a special welcome to the organization's supporters, staff, and all of our distinguished guests to Nasdaq. We're excited that you could join us right here from the crossroads of the world in Times Square, New York, as we get set to ring today's closing bell. Now, let's kick things off with a round of applause. So obviously there's a lot to celebrate, as this Sunday, May 21st, marks the 32nd annual AIDS Walk New York. AIDS Walk New York is a chance to come together as a community to do good for people who need our help. This is a major milestone and accomplishment, and one that we're certainly proud to recognize today, so my congratulations to you all. For some background, in 1986, in response to a crisis that was devastating this city and the world, AIDS Walk New York was formed to galvanize the community and raise awareness about a disease that was largely misunderstood. Through these efforts, major strides have been made since then to bring an end to AIDS for good. AIDS Walk New York has raised more than $150 million since 1986 to support people living with HIV and AIDS, and it benefits the vital services of GMHC. GMHC is the world's first AIDS service organization and is the leading provider of HIV/AIDS prevention, care, and advocacy. There are 1.2 million Americans that are HIV positive. Less than half of them are receiving effective treatment, and 40,000 new infections occur each year here in the US. GMHC serves 12,000 people each year, providing food, housing, care, and more to people living with HIV and AIDS. Today, Nasdaq is proud to recognize everyone at AIDS Walk New York and GMHC for all the incredibly meaningful and impactful work that you do, and I can personally thank you for that as well. And now please join me in welcoming Michael and Kelsey up to the podium for further remarks. Michael and Kelsey, come on up. Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead, gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Will. We appreciate those really kind words and remembering GMHC like this, and thank you to Nasdaq for having us here again today. I'm Michael Harwood, chair of the GMHC Board of Directors, accompanied by Kelsey Louie, our CEO, and fellow board members, Osvaldo Perdomo and Ari Ginsberg. Thank you all for being here. And on behalf of the board, the staff, and all of the clients, the most important aspect of GMHC, I want to thank Nasdaq for inviting us to the closing bell ceremony to help us raise awareness of HIV and AIDS and to bring visibility to AIDS Walk this Sunday. A lot of people think that AIDS is behind us, and it clearly is not, and the work that we do is so vitally important, and we really appreciate Nasdaq helping to highlight that issue with us today. AIDS Walk on Sunday in Central Park, we're going to have over 30,000 people. We hope to raise another $5 million to add to that total that Will mentioned, and it's going to be a good day, and we really appreciate everyone who's contributed in helping GMHC to continue to fight the fight and support those who are so heavily affected. So, not going to miss an opportunity. We hope that everyone can also go to AIDSWalk.net and contribute again to AIDS Walk and to keep GMHC working. So thank you everyone for coming here, and thank you again to Nasdaq.